Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here and welcome back to Memento. As you can see by the title, we're going to proceed to the good ending of the game. And rather than just explain it to you, I'm just going to show it to you because actually the developer of this game would prefer that each person who does a Let's Play only shows one of the endings of the game. And I would rather show the best ending that the game has to offer. So if you want something like the bad ending or the normal ending, you're going to have to watch another Let's Play because I'm not going to provide that sort of comfort. So you're looking away, that's fine. You're going to go down there. Hello, skeleton! So yeah, we proceed just after the skeleton chases us. And we know how that turns out when it comes to luck. Because you need to press Z consistently so that the skeleton doesn't kill you and that you can proceed through the game. I'm hoping all of this is working because I had to reset my Windows settings, literally factory settings Windows, because I kept getting a blue screen of death which kept appearing loop after loop, or time after time as it were, which is not good. It's all my fault. I should have never brought us here. Is there something out there? The door isn't budging. And what's out there? Endless sea and the reflection of this house. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okie dokie. So now, we need a key for that, okay. And I also managed to figure out the number for that thing, because there's nowhere in the game which hints you towards the end of the diary. Okay, so one thing we want to do is not go to the right, because then that skeleton will corner us, and that will lock us into the normal ending. What we want to do is we want to go south. We hear that small scream, and then after that small scream, the skeleton disappears. And then we can go out here into here without getting disturbed by the skeleton. Okay. I'm not showing the normal ending, but that's how you actually get to the normal ending. So many of my men are dead. Because of me. Let me forget. Give me peace. The last date of the war marks the end of a journal entry. Okay, so we've read that. There are some tools and a shovel lying about. They won't help us in this endeavour. So afterwards we need to go upstairs, because we can't do anything downstairs because neither the skeleton or our friend will spawn there. Go upstairs and get the key so that we can open up the lock. But there are two options what you can do with a typewriter. You can either smack it so you get a print, so you can get the key, but you can also just put your hand into it, and by doing that the key goes in even further into the typewriter and you can't actually get the key. But the writing that comes out of the typewriter is clear, but we're not going to show that today. So the printing stopped midway. Something seems to be jammed inside. Smack it! See, if we reach for it, that black smudge won't appear and we will be able to read all of this. Where these asterisks are, they're replaced with words. Something, 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 discovered one female student. And that kind of gives you a bit more of a story behind the game as well. It's a story between two individuals that got lost here. Only one of them being on this island. Take a guess which one it is. There's a memo of some sort sticking out. And I thought that would be some sort of cipher or code out of this. By looking at the bold writing, the capitalization, and the very small width writing like the O's and the C's on there. I thought there was something secret within that text there. But I don't think so anyways. But now, okay, so the wall creaks, the hole is too big, but with enough force the wall might push, or the wall might crack, wall might destroy. So, go across to here. Aha. our friend will spawn back in there. But if we try and go this way, a lot of question marks. Obviously something needs to be installed so that those question marks would appear. Hi there. She seems to have fallen asleep from exhaustion. Okay. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I should have never brought us into this building. Mr. Shuru, there is actually something I have been very troubled about. I can't remember why I came to this island. Amnesia of some sorts. The only thing I recall is running through the forest desperately with Miss Yashika, the teacher, and the next thing I remember is sitting in the forest all by myself, holding Miss Yashika's rosary. This cross is Miss I don't know how to pronounce her name. Miss Yashika's. Was I forsaken? Did Miss Yashika abandon me and escaped by herself? Mrs. Shuru, no matter what happened when Miss Yashika and I got separated, I have to meet her once more and find out the truth, or I won't be able to leave this island. Mr. Shuru, please save the both of us. Yes, the one out of the duo. And now, our partner has fallen asleep, sleeping sound, where we know where we can find her. You're back? That was a rather quick sleep. Mrs. Shuru. Sorry for my outburst earlier. I've come to believe that I am here with you now, because Miss Yashika protected me, and that's how I was able to meet you, Mr. Shuru. Yes, that's what happened. Mr. Shuru, let's find Miss Yashika and let's return to our school. That sounds good. I like that. I like that. Yes, we can do this together. We can do it as one. Knock. 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 We can slam through here. You see a large underground bunker below. You hear something from within the darkness. No, we're not going to jump down, because there is an alternative way around this patch, and that involves using the key and inputting the correct code. And that code is something to do which marks the end of the war. And it's not a year, it's a date. More specifically, it's how you write it from month to day. So it's the month, so that is from 1 to 12, to day, which is from 1 to 31. And I also tried February the 29th, so that's 0229, just in case if it was a leap year. Put the key in the lock. Yes, okay, so the code is 0815, and that does that. And I was spent here for like an hour just going through all of the different days that you can do it in. Now, I was actually planning on doing it the English way first, so that it would be day then month, but I tried month then day first, and I'm glad that worked out. The last day of the war? Yes. And this is the other way in which you can get down from that. So basically we would spawn, let's say, here, if we didn't go through, hang on, just to show you, we're going to go back, then up, and then we're going to go through here, and then here. You see a large underground bunker below, you hear something from within the darkness. Jump down, yes. And we spawn here. Literally right there. Where we were. A portrait of a young officer, his legs are missing. Oh dearie me. Oh. That actually means something in a little bit. His legs are missing. Mr. Shuru, this is... Graves? A lot of graves. So this was mentioned back near the beginning of the game where the dead soldiers needs to be relocated in terms of their burial. And this is it. This site. Are these all graves? They certainly are. Every single patch. He picks up some matches. Excellent. Going from there. Those don't do anything. There's a photo framed here, but it seems, but it's too dark to see what it's for. Okay. An old candle. Light the candle. Okay. And we light that up. And then look. Hang on. First. Okay, we can't save. Damn it. We need to be near our partner. Just can we? Right, we can't save there. Does that cross indicate? Yes, it does. Okay, that's good. Phew. In case something bad happens, we've got that backup. A picture of a squad of young soldiers. Mr. Shuru? Greetings. And you have a shovel as well. Future Island General Officer David. Leave my men alone. Stay away from them. You can't. Ouch. Well, look at what you did to your own soldiers. That's one None. Not one of them came back. I'm sorry. Right, we've got to do this quickly before the fire gets the better of us. Okay. Put the water over there so we can rescue our friend. You can't see smoke. Okay. But let's get out of here. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here before the fire blocks us way. Thank you. And we're safe. Mr. Shuru. It may look bad, but we're good. I can guarantee you that. Guarantee you it's all good. Yes, see, look, we're here. Although the building is completely burnt down. The house. Mr. Shuru? Well, we was in there all that time. It seemed much smaller from the outside than the inside. We got out. Yeah, we definitely did get out. Mr. Shuru, look. Look at that submarine. It doesn't have legs anymore. Wow, would you look at all this? And we can't save. We can't go to the menu. We can't do anything. So maybe that's a sign. You okay? Oh, it's just, while Mr. Skeleton was certainly very scary, he looked like he was in a lot of pain, suffering all by himself. If we could have listened to what he might have said, maybe... Never mind. Please forget about what I just said. You have a lot of empathy for the undead. Or just empathy for one's own feelings in general. Which is nice. That's David. He has a shovel there. I bet he was the one who had to bury all those soldiers as well. Just because he has a giant shovel. And a shovel there. Go along this path. The path back to the island. Hold shift down, otherwise this is going to be a very, very slow endeavor. Hey, birdies! The normal ending doesn't include those birdies, by the way. I'm not showcasing the normal ending, I'm just explaining. He's all good. He's all good. Right, let's see what this says. Mangrove Natural... Sorry, Nature Park. Sorry, Natural Park. Still similar, okay. Right. A ship horn? Mrs. Jura, a ship. It's a ship. Over there, let's go. I bet my fellow students are making those ship horns by going to the ship and doing that. As a means of communicating. Communicating to us. Hi? What's up there? Someone is over there. Hi there. Mr. Juro, there's an old lady. Are you alright? Hee-ho. Get you onto dry land. So you were here all along. You've come to take me, Miss Mayako. Miss Shakiko? Fellow students looking. Damn it! Shizuru, where did you go? No good. There's no sign of her here either. And Sister Yakika has been missing since last night. She probably went to look for Shizuru all by herself. Let's call the police and then... Who gives a blank about that blank? It's not like she was any good to us in school. I have no idea what she's thinking, and all she does is shout and punish you over every single little thing. That blank can just disappear off wherever she wants. That's what I... Well, that's how I felt. Maybe a bit distance between the teacher and the student was a bit more than what we saw at the beginning of the game. Miss Juru, I finally found Miss Yakika. I found a Miss Yakika that I don't recognize at all. The only logical explanation I can find from all this is that both Mayako and Shizuru was somehow stuck in a time loop. We went in a time loop as soon as we fell asleep in the beginning of the game. But as soon as the fire ended, that's when the time loop broke and we returned to the present. With the teacher being many more years old. Duh. What came over me? Mr. Jura. Yes, that's right. A long, long time has passed since that day. I should have gone with her back then. I should have gone with Miss Mayako. So this was the incident. Soldiers on board. Miss Mayako and Yakiko. They all went off board. There's a few more people we don't know the identities of. Yes, Yakiko. And that's Mayako at the top. I bet those other three have drowned. They both went that way. Yakiko was there. And Mayako injured herself. There's blood coming out. Tears. She put her rosary onto her. And these soldiers come out. They must be looking for the missing girls. And then that soldier probably thinks that Mayako is dead. Just because she's resting there. But why would you leave a dead one behind? After the war. And afterwards the wall was built. I returned to the school as a teacher. That's how she aged. It's probably a matter of distancing oneself. Okay, I realised I could not face my students. The more I spent time with you girls, the more it reminded me of the past. I came to be afraid of growing closer. Afraid that one day someone would find out and reproach me for leaving Mayako there that day. I think he was taken away, actually. I tried to at least bring her remains, but no matter how many times I searched the forest for Miss Mayako, she was nowhere found. Time passed, the mountain path sealed off, and by then I couldn't move as well as I used to. Miss Mayako is still somewhere on this island, waiting for me to fulfill our promise. She's wandering all by herself, looking for a way back, waiting for me. Miss Mayako, forgive me for surviving so long, for leaving you here all alone. You hear a noise. That's Mayako. Hey! You're a student from Cadlia. Did you just come out from the forest? You're in tatters. What happened? Save, please. Miss Yakiko. Please save her. Hey, wait. How is she not out of breath after running like that? Some of us have more stamina than others, asshole. Wow, this is a plane of some sorts. The one that chased us at the beginning of the game. Let's go back. We can't step foot into this place. But Jujua's going to come back. Good faith in your friends, in your fellow students. No matter what happens from here on, she's definitely going to bring Sister Yukiko back with her. Have faith. So where's Mayako going? She's going somewhere else. I will be fine. I already... Mrs. Jura! No, you can't come over here. What are you doing? Let's walk together for just a bit, then. What are we doing? Mrs. Jura. Planes in the sky. It was a time loop then, of some sorts. Because why would all those planes be there, and those battleships, and submarines? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They could even just be modern day war machines. That's David. I will be fine. I am. A father figure? Not alone anymore. Let's pick up a rosary. So Mayako went into the passage of time. It would be... Can't go left anymore. We just have to go to the path that we have in front of us. Still resting there. Miss Shizura. Miss Shizura! Where exactly have you gone all this time? Just how worried... I'm sorry. I was just caught up with a memory from long ago. I believe that rosary belongs to you, dear teacher. I see. I see. Mrs. Juro. You met Miss Mayako. I see. Mrs. Juro, thank you. Yes, that's right. We must return to everyone. Let's go, Mrs. Juro. Okay? I'm fine. It was just a fall. Mr. Juro, once we return, I think I will tell everyone about what happened to Miss Mayako and me on this island. From here on, I'll try to face you all and tell you how I feel. Hello. We're all excited to see everyone. Wait, why are we holding hands? Mrs. Yukiko and Jura, where did you go? Hey, why are you guys holding hands? Observant. Everyone, I'm sorry to have made you all worry. Thank you for waiting for us. Now, let us return. And that, folks, is going to wound up the end of my Let's Play of Memento. It is a pretty good game once you get past all of the very hard bosses on the game. It's kind of very, very cliche at some moments where things go really, really bad. Especially if you don't know what you're doing the first time around. And there's still a bit of a section of the game which I have not yet done recording on. And that's before you... So, it's... remember the game. It's after you face the boss which... I'm trying to explain now. Which slams down and destroys one of those concrete pillars so that you can actually cross the bridge. It's just after that when you come across that sliding red door, and after that where there was a door where you required a key to unlock it. The key is the old key in the museum after you encounter those bees within the museum itself. So that's how you get that. So you can only acquire the old key when when the bees are literally unleashed. But there are certain points within the game where if you try and proceed through the story too quickly, then you're going to literally need to restart the game in itself. Because if you go to sleep before going into the girl's bathroom, then one of the outside parts won't be dislodged. So therefore you can't actually escape the building. Wait, we've already been through there. Okay. So that's going to wound up my Let's Play of Memento. As I said in the beginning, that as a Let's Play, you can only show one of the different endings of the game. It did say on Steam that there are 3 bad endings, 1 normal ending and 1 good ending. I was able to get like 2 different variations of one of the bad endings, but I don't know if that counts as 2 different bad endings because it actually had the same bad ending title in itself. But yeah, but you can get past the illogicalness once you get through the game. It actually is a pretty good game once you get into it, and at times it is a bit emotional as well, especially near the end of the game, as you saw there about the remembering. But I definitely do feel that there's some sort of time loops thing, because how the hell is Miss Mayako the same age as she was when we were both on that ship that originally fell down? The other students must have drowned just simply because they weren't moving when the ship was shaking about and the students fell off. That's what my belief is anyways. But it could also be another thing where Miss Yakiko is the only one who's aged. But that'll be even more insane than trying to explain a time loop thing, where I think that's going to be the case in this game. Because how the hell is Miss Mayako the same age when she encounters teacher Miss Yakiko than when in the past Miss Yakiko and Miss Mayako were in the same year practically? But anyways, that's going to round up my Let's Play of Memento. Sorry it's been so long, but this game has literally been very difficult to try and get through. Literally very difficult. I think it's one of the most difficult games I've actually played on my channel. But there we go. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to see any of the other endings of this game in a Let's Play format, you're going to have to check out other people's channels. So thank you very much for watching again, folks, and take care of yourselves.